What's up, everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of You've Been Served. So part 1, we talked about just the results of serving and how it helps us kill any sin that's within us because it makes us kill ourselves to put somebody else above us. Part 2, I want to share with you about how this ties into the 2 commandments that God gives us of love God, love people. And it's simply put, if we put somebody else above us, we ultimately make them feel like they're more important than us. We've been called to help others. We've been called to make people feel loved, to make them feel important. Because there's so much hate in the world right now. There's so much going on in the world where it's about me, me, me. It's about being entitled. It's about making myself bigger. It's about making myself, make everything being about me. And that's exactly the opposite of what Christ has called us to do. He's called us to love people and to serve people. It says in Matthew 20:28, it says that Christ didn't come to be served, but to serve. So how much of a greater way to be representative of Christ if we are serving as well? We can be a great servant of God by loving people and by speaking life into them and just by being a positive person. Yes, don't get me wrong, but how much more of a light can we be if we're laying our schedules, our life down to say, okay, I want to help you, I want to serve you, I want to be there for you. So as we continue on in life and in our walk with God, we always say, Jesus tells us to pick up our cross and follow him. That really means Jesus died to himself to give us life. So that means we die to ourselves to make not to make his life worth it per se, but to bring his life to light, to bring his mission to light. So we always say that phrase, and it's so crazy how easily this is applicable, but how often it is ignored. Just by the practical ways of serving. You don't need to have a high title to serve. You don't need to be at church to serve. You don't have to have a specific role to serve. Serving, by definition, according to, I think it was Webster, just means to be there for somebody else or help somebody else or do something for someone else. Simply put like that. Whether it's buying somebody lunch, whether it's spending time with somebody, whether it's just meeting them for coffee and talking. It just means you put yourself out of the way and your desires out of the way to help fulfill someone else's. And it's crazy how Matthew 6:33 ties into this, because that verse says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added to you. So that means as long as we just move God's mission forward and push his mission forward and make his main goal in life for our life and the universe forward, as long as we push that forward, he will take care of us. As long as we take care of his mission, God will take care of ours. So with all that being said, even if it's inconvenient, I'll say this, even if it means being inconvenienced, because it's easy to serve when it's easy to do, when it's in your time frame to do, when it's in your liking, or it's in the proper area of where you are in your city. Even be willing to serve when it's inconvenient, because that shows true love. That shows, okay, this is completely out of my schedule, completely out of the way, but I still love you enough to do it. So let's remember that as we go on in our life this week, and let's just continue to remember that the best way we can be a light for God, the best way we can be an example for God, and the best way we can be his hands and feet is by using our hands and feet to do what he did when he was on earth, to serve people, to love people, and to show them that they're actually people who care about them and aren't just trying to get something from them. Because the highest form of servanthood is giving yourself up and not expecting anything in return. So I hope this is able to encourage you and just to bring a new light and a new perspective onto serving. And join me for part 3 as we discuss the challenge for the week and even just the challenge for our walk with God. I love you guys. God bless you, and I'll see you for part 3.